We're back at it here on this first day of November 2018. Yes, another month has come and gone. November has safely arrived on this Thursday morning. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley is on the air. Thanks for starting your day with us here on the NCW Live channel. I am Dan Kuntz, your host. Big day for us around here at the Broadcast Metroplex because after many minutes of planning and logistics, tonight our award-winning team puts it all together and we'll broadcast live in high definition and stereophonic sound the Bridge of Sportsmanship game, the 50th renewal of the rivalry between the Eastmont Wildcats and the Wenatchee Panthers from Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl special pregame show. We're calling it a tailgate party. Gets going at 6 o'clock tonight. The game itself, of course, begins at 7 o'clock. Eric Grandstrom and Hall of Fame coach Phil Zakowski, the longtime Cashmere coach, will be handling the color duties. We're looking forward to that. It's going to be a great day, very exciting night, and a big game, maybe the most important Bridge of Sportsmanship game ever played between these two teams. If Eastmont wins, Eastmont is the outright Big Nine champion, and they punch their ticket to state. If Wenatchee beats Eastmont and Sunnyside beats Moses Lake, there'll be a three-way tiebreaker, which will be played Saturday in Moses Lake. And if Wenatchee beats Eastmont and Moses Lake beats Sunnyside, then Wenatchee will be the Big Nine champion. I hope you wrote all that down. There'll be a test later on. It's going to be unseasonably warm, but probably dry for the next few days. Your forecast details are coming up. Also, our very first pass report. We have the usual shenanigans, of course, on this Thursday. Also means kennel cameos. See if we can find Bart the dog a home. Plus, we have, of course, a preview of the Bridge of Sportsmanship game, the obscure holiday today in history, birthdays, and everyone is entitled to Mike McNally's opinion. Let's take you around a rather breezy Wenatchee Valley on this Thursday morning. A lot of flags are whipping around in the wind right now. Wind is right now southeast at about 10 miles an hour. It's not going to be real windy today, but boy, is it going to be windy tomorrow. Forecast details are coming up. There's a very active cold front that's going to pay us a visit. And a friendly reminder, we don't have sunrise now for another, sunrise is at 7:45 this morning. So we're a ways away from that. That's why what you see there is, well, it's dark because we're not there yet. But thank goodness we get rid of daylight saving time on Sunday and go back to standard time. Camera 2 is Omi Gardens. Gives you a pretty good idea of how dark it really is. Sunset tonight, by the way, 5:44. Wenatchee taking most, gives you a pretty good idea of what we have with Wenatchee on the right side with all the lights in the Stimmill complex, and on the East Wenatchee side, you don't really see a lot of lights there. Camera 3 is a shot of, what the heck is that cat? Oh, that's the Tumwater cat. So somewhere down there is Leavenworth. The beautiful hamlet of Leavenworth, by the way. They have, I understand, coming up over this holiday season, they'll be lighting up some lights downtown. It's a new thing they just started. So apparently they're hanging the lights. They're doing it as we speak. I wonder who pays the bill for that. Thank goodness it's all LED now. It can't be too much. Camera 4 is a shot of beautiful Lake Chelan. That's got to be our Union Valley camera, I'm assuming. The lake is plainly in view. Chelan, the hamlet itself, is to the left. You can see the Wapato Point spit sticking out there a little bit, and that light, that little bright thing that you see in the upper right-hand corner at the Butte is the Butte Towers, where people jump off and hang glide. And I'm seeing some low clouds and some fog just to the east of the Chelan area. So good morning to everybody, and once again, we appreciate you starting your day with us here on the NCW Live channel. Let's take a look at that forecast. First things first, all of these afternoon highs that you see are well above normal. Our normal high for this time of the year, right around 51 or 52. We hit 57 yesterday, 61 today. Lots of clouds this morning. Gradually, the clouds will be blowing on out of here as this warm front rolls in. Wind will be pretty consistent, about 10 miles an hour west this afternoon. Tonight, the big story, no rain. Everybody should be dry for the Bridge of Sportsmanship game. The winds will be dying down a little bit. Well, the clouds will be thickening up tonight, but that'll be later on in the evening. 48 for the overnight low, so just about perfect football weather. Friday, things get interesting. Lots of clouds in the morning, sunshine in the afternoon. Look at that high, 65 degrees tomorrow. But the big story is wind. It's going to be very windy. It's going to start out in the morning about 6 to 16 mile an hour, a west wind. Then it picks up to 16 to 26 miles an hour in the afternoon, and we can see gusts about 45 miles an hour on Friday afternoon, and then it spills over into Friday night into partly cloudy skies, 43 for the overnight low. Saturday, partly sunny, 57. Sunday, partly sunny, 57. No wind at all in the forecast Saturday and Sunday. A very spring-like weekend, all things considered. And as I mentioned, all of those highs all the way through Tuesday of next week are either above normal or well above normal. Real quickly on the pass report, we don't have cameras to show you because it's dark. There's nothing to show you there. All the passes are fine. They're all open. They're all bare and wet. No advisories, no restrictions, and they're all going to get rain. Lots and lots of rain is forecast for the mountain passes all the way through the weekend. So your big story would probably be standing water. It's raining at a pretty good clip right now on I-90. Lighter rain coming down on Blewett and Stevens, but there are no advisories, no restrictions, none expected. And of course, it is November 1st, which means you can have your snow tires on, your studded tires, if you so desire. And that's going to be one of the many news stories we're going to get to when we come back in 1 minute. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley live this morning from Studio 3 in downtown Wenatchee on the NCW Life Channel.
I came here to CVCH because one of my friends referred me. When I met Dr. Jocelyn, she was just amazing. She connected with my son, and it meant so much to me. He opens up so quickly because she just sits there and plays with him. It really is like going to see a friend. It's really great to walk into somewhere where you feel welcomed and you feel accepted and respected. It just feels like home.
This year's Bridge of Sportsmanship game between Wenatchee and Eastmont also carries a possible Big Nine championship on the line. Join us for the live tailgate pregame show Thursday at 6 from the end zone at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl. Kickoff is set for 7. You don't want to miss this one. It could be considered the biggest game between Wenatchee and Eastmont ever. And we'll have it live on the NCW Life Channel Thursday night at 6.
And now it's time for your local news update with Steve Hare.
Once again, senior news correspondent Steve Hare is working a slightly modified schedule this week since Grant Olson is on assignment. Steve comes in a little bit later on in the day, so I'll be handling your news on this Thursday. And the call has gone out for a missing hiker who disappeared earlier this month while hiking the Pacific Crest Trail, I should say. Family members are asking for help locating 28-year-old Gavin J. Johnston. He's from Everett. He was last seen walking the trail near Snoqualmie Pass. A multi-county search was launched after a Chelan County Sheriff's deputy discovered Johnston's abandoned vehicle near the summit of Stevens Pass. Sheriff's spokesman Jason Reinfeld says a helicopter search has turned up nothing so far.
Monday, we attempted to get our helicopter up to fly north on the Pacific Crest Trail from Stevens Pass summit, and they ran into cloud cover and were unable to do so. So yesterday, Tuesday, helicopter went up again. They were able to search 4 to 5 miles of the Pacific Crest Trail north of Stevens Pass before they again ran into cloud cover. They felt they had pretty good coverage of the trail up to that point. But weren't able to continue further.
He reportedly told his father he wanted to hike the PCT for the next couple of months. Johnston is described as an inexperienced hiker without the adequate gear for the conditions. If you have any information, if you've seen or heard from him, they ask you to call Rivercom at 663-9911. Threats of school violence resulted in the expulsion of 2 Chelan High School students. It happened on Tuesday. Chelan County Sheriff Brian Burnett says the principal received a screenshot of a Snapchat conversation mentioning a school shooting. The conversation involved multiple students from Chelan High School, but the sheriff said after contacting one of those involved students, it was determined that there were alarming statements, but none were considered credible. There were no arrests. The sheriff says the school's resource officer was notified soon after the incident was reported and was working with the district to resolve the situation. One of the students was expelled Tuesday. A second student was expected to be expelled today. Well, this was the scene this morning, or yesterday morning, I should say, on State Route 20 Sherman Pass, which is over 5,000 feet in elevation. Traction tires were advised. Winter, yeah, it's coming, but you don't need, although you don't really need them yet. As of today, you can have studded tires. They're legal again on your automobile in the state of Washington. That continues through March 31st, but oftentimes they extend that deadline if conditions warrant. Because studded tires do a lot of damage on the roads, the Washington State Department of Transportation recommends that motorists visit a tire dealer for non-studded traction options. Well, you can sign up for health insurance through the Washington State Health Benefit Exchange starting today. November 1st. The open enrollment period runs from today through December 15th. The State Insurance Commissioner's Office confirms the resources and assistance options are available statewide to residents using Washington Health Plan Finder. Customers will be greeted with a more streamlined method for taking action related to their health insurance, including finding financial help. The website also remains the only place you can compare health plans offered in your county. Customers may access over-the-phone assistance by calling a toll-free customer support center at 855-923-4633. A special sign-up event, by the way, is planned for this Saturday at the Pybus Public Market. Several areas in the Wenatchee Valley have been identified as opportunity zones that could qualify for tax breaks under a new federal program to benefit economically distressed areas. The Opportunity Zone program was included in the tax cut legislation approved by Congress earlier this year. The new regulations allow financial institutions that invest in a qualified Opportunity Zone tract to defer its capital gains tax. Chelan County Commissioner Kevin Overbay has been involved in the process of selecting the census tract areas for both Chelan and Douglas County.
We've come together with their port, their county commission, as well as the Chamber of Commerce, and all of us have been meeting to actually put together an investment portfolio to show really what our area has to invest in. And what we were able to do is, as we're developing that, we'll be developing a website as well that people can go to. So there's two components to it. There's an education component for those investors that want to get in and invest in this, but there's also that marketing component, that portfolio component for those larger investment groups. We'll be meeting again on the 7th of November, finalizing that, and then we'll be over in Seattle on the 15th. We'll have representatives from our group over there that actually the Department of Commerce is hosting an event.
Additionally, Overbay says Grant and Okanagan counties have expressed interest in joining Chelan and Douglas counties to partner up in a marketing effort to attract investors to the north central Washington area. Thanks to a group of volunteers, there's going to be a lot fewer hazards to worry about for hikers and wildlife in the Horse Lake Preserve. A crew was busy Tuesday helping remove barbed wire fencing from the popular hiking area in the north end of the Wenatchee foothills. Neil Hedges is the stewardship director for the Chelan Douglas Land Trust, and he says it's been a years-long project.
Today, removing old livestock fencing that was put up on these two farms that the Land Trust acquired in 2007. It's an ongoing process. Today, we'll probably remove about a quarter mile of fencing, and then we're taking down the posts and the wire here, and then we'll move on to another section. This year we've done a total of about 3/4 of a mile of fencing. Last year we did 1.6, so we try to do some each year, some years more than others. Yeah, these are the remnants of the old Barnhill and Burt's homesteads that were up here. We'll be out here probably every year for a long time, because there's miles and miles of fence left to take off this piece of property. So it's going to be an ongoing process for years to come. This is actually kind of a nice time of the year to work. I've never done fall fence removal, but it's kind of nice because no snakes, no ticks, and it's cooler. So I think I'll do it again in the future.
Hedges had planned to have another work crew out yesterday, but there simply wasn't enough volunteers for a second day. But you can volunteer for future fence removal projects and opportunities. You can contact Neil at cdlandtrust.org, or you can call him at 667-9708. Of course, yesterday was Halloween. The ghosts and goblins were out all over neighborhoods in downtown Wenatchee and at the Pybus Public Market. They had a costume contest. The winners that you see on screen won the family competition. That is a family who all got together and dressed up. I'm sorry I don't have their names, but I'm sure they know who they are. Again, this was at the Pybus. And that, my friends, is Matthias. He's 10 years old. It took him about a month to make this dragon outfit. It's pretty cool, isn't it? And he won the individual contest. That is Matthias. Again, he's 10 years old. That's a handmade dragon contest. And he won the individual competition yesterday afternoon at the Pybus Public Market, which is where, of course, communities meet. That's the news at 14 minutes after the hour. Don't forget, the news will come your way tonight at 5 o'clock and 10 o'clock. We won't have a 6 o'clock news with Eric Granstrom because we'll be covering, of course, the Bridge of Sportsmanship game with our pregame tailgate party beginning at 6 o'clock. If you want to be a part of the news team, look at the bottom of your screen because that's how you do it. Facebook, message us. You can email us directly. You can go to our website. You can call us. You can write us if you want. Our address is 201 South Chelan if you want to be a part of the news team, or at least if there's something out there that you think warrants a little look-see from the local TV station. At the bottom of your screen is how you go about doing it. Going to take a break. When we come back, sports. You can guess what the main topic is in 1 minute. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
This is the NCW Life Community Calendar brought to you by Local Tel. This Saturday is Health Alliance Northwest Medicare information in the Local Tel Event Center at Pybus Public Market from 10 to 2. Come learn about plans and ask questions. Also Saturday is the Pray for Snow concert in the parking lot behind Arlborg Sports from 6 to 10 p.m. Come celebrate the start of winter and the upcoming ski season. For more information and other community events, visit ncwlife.com.
Turn back the clocks and grab the ice melt. Winter weather is here. This is Corey at Rose Tractor. If you're looking for a reliable way to clear snow, look no further than Cub Cadet. For sidewalks and driveways, a Cub Cadet snow thrower will get the job done in a jiffy. For larger jobs, a Cub Cadet Challenger utility vehicle with a snow blade will handle about anything. You can depend on Cub Cadet for years of reliable performance, and we'll help you select the best model for your job at Rose Tractor, family-run business at the corner of 3rd and Rock Island Road in East Wenatchee.
Welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I am Dan Kuntz. It's 16 minutes after the hour. Here we go. The Rock'em Sock'em football war. These two gridiron giants. It's the 50th Bridge of Sportsmanship game tonight. Wenatchee hosts Eastmont. We'll begin our pregame tailgate show tonight at 6. 7 o'clock kickoff, all the coverage right here on the NCW Live channel. Not only is the Bridge of Sportsmanship trophy on the line, but the Big 9 league title as well. Eastmont undefeated in league play. They're 5-0. Wenatchee is 4-1. Wildcat coach Michael Don says it doesn't get any better than this.
Not really. Not really. You know, kids are resilient.
You really can't beat rivalry game for an outright league title or a share of it, whatever it comes down to. But either way, it's going to be a fun football game against two teams that are playing good football right now.
Let's talk about the fact that the game was moved up because of the possibility of a mini playoff. I know you'd like to take care of your own business and not have to deal with that, but what does that do for you as far as preparation?
You know, it makes us squeeze a few things in, and you just got to make sure you cover everything and do it in timely fashion. So we tried not to change too much for our kids. We did a typical Tuesday practice. We bumped a few special teams things up to Tuesday, but we were already planning to pare back. It's late in the year. Kids are banged up. You're really not trying to go too long at practice. So we had the plan in this week to spend a little more time on special teams, a little more time walking through. And so we just, weren't able to do as much of it as we had planned going in. But it worked out well being late in the year. And at this point in the year, usually you're about an hour and a half practice, maybe 2 at the most. We're 2-hour practices all year. And then we just extended it. We went 2 hours and 15 minutes. And really time-wise, it almost equaled out to what we would normally do.
Eric then went and interviewed Panther coach Scott Devereaux. Asked him the same question: if moving the game a day up affects the Wenatchee Panthers at all.
Not really. Not really. Kids are resilient. They're ready to go. They want to get playing. So, we're ready.
How exciting is it for you, your coaching staff, and for these players to still have this chance, not only to take this trophy back, but also maybe claim another trophy in the process?
That's a great opportunity. Great opportunity. It's kind of like a second chance that, we get a chance to tie things up here last game of the season. We look forward to it. They're excited, motivated, and, it's going to be a fun game.
Talk about, as you get ready for this game, do these kids care about history? Do they care about, maybe they care a lot about last year, especially the guys that were part of that game last year.
Yeah, they remember that, and some of our seniors that played as sophomores, they won that game. They remember that. The whole history of it, I know there's some dads and uncles and stuff that talk about those days, but kids today don't dwell too much about that. Their life is right in front of their faces, and, that's probably a good thing.
Over the past 4 years, these two teams have split this annual game. Eastmont won a thriller in overtime last year at the Apple Bowl, 36-34. 2 years ago, Wenatchee won in the thriller in East Wenatchee, 17-14. Eastmont beat Wenatchee 3 years ago, 14-19. That victory snapped the Panthers' 4-game winning streak. Overall, the Panthers lead the series 37-12. Eric Granstrom and former Cashmere coach Phil Zukowski, Coach Z. That'll be fun. We'll have your play-by-play tonight right here on the NCW Live channel. By the way, there are more games besides Eastmont and Wenatchee. The other Big 9 showdown, Moses Lake travels to Sunnyside. If Wenatchee wins and Sunnyside wins, that means the Panthers, Grizzlies, and Wildcats will share the regular season Big 9 title. It means a playoff, a mini playoff, Saturday night at 7 in Moses Lake. Sunnyside and Wenatchee would play the first 2 8-minute quarters. The winner of that would take on Eastmont for another mini game, and the last team standing will get the Big 9's lone seed into the state championships. And now, since we're all about the Bridge of Sportsmanship game here on the NCAA Live channel, here are the starters for both teams, and they're going to introduce themselves.
Sim Cass, number 72, right tackle, Lewis and Clark Elementary School.
Andy Jimenez, number 74, left guard, Lincoln Elementary School.
Jabe Christensen, 73, center, John Newberry Elementary School.
Vincent Bentley, number 75, right guard, Lincoln Elementary School.
Nathan Black, number 71, quick tackle, Washington Elementary School.
Riley Coons, 84, tight end, Sunny Slope Elementary School.
Darius Carlson, number 81, wide receiver, Washington Elementary School.
Trey Stegman, number 3, wide receiver, Washington Elementary School.
Mason Brown, number 15, wide receiver from the St. Joseph Elementary School.
JJ Jelsing, number 26, wide receiver, Washington Elementary.
Nathan Blauman, number 23, running back, Washington Elementary.
Camden Sermon, number 9, quarterback, Washington Elementary School.
Chado Torres, number 50, DN, Lee Elementary.
Christian Flores, D tackle, 99, Rock Island Elementary.
Caleb Garcia, number 56, nose guard from the Cascade Elementary.
Max Fraser, number 92, D end, the Grant Elementary.
Jeremy Gregerson, outside linebacker, number 7, transfer from Lakeland Hills Elementary.
Jaron Schneider, number 54, middle linebacker, The River Academy.
Preston Esparza, number 24, outside linebacker, St. Joseph's Elementary.
Wesley, The Island, McElwain, number 3, corner, Kenroy Elementary.
Jordan Jessup, number 21, free safety, the Cascade Elementary.
Oscar Calvillo, cornerback, number 1, the Kenroy Elementary.
Chance Garcia, strong safety, number 18, from the Cascade Elementary.
Drew Bergen, offensive tackle, number 64, Cascade Elementary.
Andrew Snyder, guard, number 62, Lee Elementary.
Jack Goodmanson, center, 51, Cascade Elementary.
Carson Payne, number 61, guard, Cascade Elementary.
Alan Ortega, 75, tackle, Grant Elementary.
Kalen Massey, wide receiver, number 12, Lee Elementary.
Logan Ducky Easley, wide receiver, 20, Grant Elementary.
Victor Welton, number 2, running back, transfer from Kenroy Elementary.
Tanner Nelson, number 8, tight end, the Cascade Elementary.
Carson, the most hamster tally, number 4, running back, Cascade Elementary.
Carson Everhart, number 11, I'm a quarterback, Cascade Elementary.
Chase Lloydhammer, number 55, defensive end, Washington Elementary School.
Omar Cruz, number 17, defensive tackle, Washington Elementary School.
Ronan Haynes, number 64, defensive tackle, the River Academy.
Derek Graham, number 54, defensive end, Lee Elementary.
Eamon Haugen, number 2, linebacker, Washington Elementary.
Jaden Christopherson, number 12, linebacker, Washington Elementary.
Ty Waterman, number 32, strong safety, the John Newberry Elementary.
Fadison Saw, number 13, defensive back, Washington Elementary School.
Don Thomas, number 8, defensive back, the Sunny Slope Elementary School. Go Wolves, baby.
Darius Carlson, number 81, strong safety, Washington Elementary School.
JJ Jelsing, number 26, free safety, Washington Elementary School.
Oh, tonight's going to be just a blast. We're really looking forward to it. If you can't make it to the game, be sure to tune in and watch it. Those are just some of the games that people are playing at 23 minutes after the hour. Let's do the obscure holiday of the day today. Today is All Saints Day. All Saints Day. There are over 10,000 patron saints that we know of. Anyway, All Saints Day is always celebrated on November 1st. It used to be in May, but they moved it many, many centuries ago to the day after Halloween. The idea is Halloween would maybe not be such a big and important and such a celebrated holiday because religious leaders didn't think Halloween was much of a holiday. They just assume have All Saints Day take over the reins from Halloween, and that pagan, nasty Halloween would simply go away. Didn't work, but we still have All Saints Day. I wonder if there's a patron saint of morning television show hosts. If there is, I don't want to meet one anytime in the near future. I'll leave it at that. 24 minutes after the hour, let's do Today in History. 498 years ago today, hey, they found a shortcut. We didn't know this was here. Ferdinand Magellan found that little strip of water at the very bottom of South America. You don't have to go all the way around, as it turns out. There's a shortcut. Isn't that cool? The Strait of Magellan was discovered and navigated by Ferdinand Magellan during the very first circumnavigation of the globe. He found a shortcut. He named it after himself. It's still not a very pleasant trip, though. I can tell you that. That happened November 1st, 1520. November 1st, 1800, the Adamses moved into the White House. John Adams and his wife Abigail moved into the White House. The first, that's a very rarely, there it is. There's the photograph of the Adams moving in. That's John Adams backing the U-Haul up. Abigail was already inside picking out the drapes and the carpet, of course. John had to do most of the heavy lifting. John Adams moved into the White House, the first couple to move into the White House 218 years ago today. Happy birthday to the Weather Bureau at the time. Now it's the National Weather Service. They issued their very first forecast on November 1st, 1870. It was originally a part of the United States Army because the Army had posts all over the United States, and they would, St. Louis would call up San Francisco and say, what was the weather like yesterday? And we figured that's to be the weather today, right? They made the very first forecast 148 years ago today. By the way, it was wrong. November 1st, 1957, 61 years ago today. Now this is a bridge. The Mackinac Bridge is affectionately known for the people of Michigan as Big Mac, the longest suspension bridge between anchorages at the time, open for business. November 1st, 1957, it connects the Upper Peninsula to the Lower Peninsula of Michigan. It's 5 miles long, and if you have G-phobia, which is the fear of crossing bridges, they have a driver's assistance program. I kid you not. They will actually, somebody will drive your car over the bridge for you, and they put you in another automobile that has no windows and you can't see what's going on. They actually offer that because there's a lot of people who simply won't drive over a bridge that's 5 miles long. It's a big bridge. Big Mac opened 61 years ago today. Finally, we got some birthdays for you. Happy birthday to legendary golfer Gary Player. He's 83 years old today. One of only 5 golfers to achieve the career Grand Slam, winning at least one Open Championship, one U.S. Open Championship, one Masters, and one PGA. Gary Player, one of the greatest golfers of all time, is 83 years old today. And the CEO of Apple Incorporated, one of the most important businessmen in the world, Tim Cook, is 58 years old today. And as he mentioned a couple of years ago, when he retires, he's going to cash out all of his Apple stock and give it to charity. That's cool. Happy birthday to Tim Cook. He's 58 years old today. All right, 27 minutes after the hour, everybody is entitled to Mike Magnotti's opinion. It's a brand new opinion from Michael. You've never heard it before. Also, we're going to replay my interview, my conversation with Darcy Christopherson from yesterday. We'll air that in the back half of the hour. But first things first, let's see if we can get Bart the dog home with Megan McPherson. It's Kennel Cameos.
Hey guys, Megan here with the NCW Life Channel. We are here with Kathy, a volunteer at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, and also joining us today is Bart. So what's going on with Bart?
Well, we're very excited because Bart is in a wonderful new program we have. It's getting ready for the Canine Good Citizenship behavior. He's doing fantastic. He and 3 other dogs have been selected to partner up with some of our staff and a couple volunteers to go through this training, and they learn specific skills that they practice and then they master to be good, well-behaved, just not only in your home but out and about on the trails or wherever you're going. Bart, for example, went on Sunday up on a hike, and Donna was very, very impressed with how Bart did on the hike, because part of being a well-behaved dog is learning how to go on the trails and not be chasing other dogs or chasing other people. So he did very well.
Excellent. And what kind of home life is Bart looking for?
He could be an only dog with an active family that would take him places and walk him and run him. But the other thing he does very well with is female dogs, and I think certain male dogs he would be fine with too. But he likes the ladies, and he's in our play group. We have a group of about 4 of them. Bart is the only guy, and then there's 3 female dogs that are very active. So he is a very good player. He's polite to them. They have the rough and tumble play style, but he never gets hyped up too much to either make them feel uncomfortable or make us feel uncomfortable. He plays very well, and that's kind of how he is around people too. He's yes, you are. He's very good about correcting himself and not going crazy. So yeah, we're really impressed with Bart. He's in our other building in the quiet hall because the one thing that's great about him is he's not much of a barker, but he doesn't really like lots of noise. and so he likes a calmer environment.
What is the adoption process for Bart?
So for anyone that's interested in seeing Bart, we just have you come down anytime we're open, and we'll just bring him out, introduce you. We'll stay with you for a little bit. We'll take you up to the play yards, let you spend time with Bart, see how you like him, answer all the questions you have about Bart, talk about your home, what kind of a home it is, and if you've got other animals, what animals do you have, and just help you through the process. So we would love to have people that are interested in Bart come down to the shelter.
All right. Hey, Bart, you have something to say? The Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is located at 1474 South Wenatchee Avenue and is open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org. Kennel Cameos is supported in part by Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory in Leavenworth. Not only does the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory have great house-made fudge and super delicious candy and caramel apples, but they also have great doggy treats for your four-legged friends, located at 636 Front Street in Leavenworth. This has been Kennel Cameos at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society.
Hello, Wenatchee Valley. Christian Shainman here with Bay Equity Home Loans.
Let us make your dream of home ownership a reality. We're here to guide you through the loan process every step of the way. Check out our convenient online application. Bay Equity Home Loans in Wenatchee, your home for loans.
Stop on by or give us a call today.
What's your auto mocha emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely the espresso shakes. My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
Hi, I'm Kevin Prosser, and this is my print shop, Color Effects in Cashmere. Color Effects offers screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing on t-shirts, jerseys, bags, banners, signs, and more. With 30 years experience, you won't be disappointed with the quality and quick turnaround times you will get at more than a fair price. Please call Color FX.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog McNally, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, has become kind of a fad mental health diagnosis. People claim to have it or believe that experience such as having to go through a metal detector at a school can bring it on. Sorry, but no. The criteria for PTSD diagnosis, and I quote from the DSM-5, is exposure to actual threatened death, serious injury, or sexual violence. Believe me, folks, PTSD is a serious diagnosis, and the symptoms are miserable. No one who understands the terrible significance of having PTSD would ever claim to have it if, in fact, they didn't. This is Mike Mad Dog McNally, and that's my opinion.
Hey folks, Carrie from Blueberry Hills. A chill is in the air and it's a perfect time for some old-fashioned comfort food like our amazing Eggs Benedict, chicken fried steak, French dips, soups made from scratch, or fruit pies fresh from the oven. The crowds might be gone, but we're still here for you folks. So bring an appetite and a friend to Blueberry Hills in Manson, where you pick, you sit, you eat, and you visit. Open Wednesday through Sunday from 8 to 3. Wildaboutberries.com.
Find it all at Wenatchee Valley Mall. There's something for all ages at Wenatchee Valley Mall. No matter what the weather, the kids will have fun in one of the many play areas around the mall. Sign your kids up for fun adventures and super specials when they join the Kids Club. It's a great time for kids and an even better time out for parents. Check out specials and events 24/7 at WenatcheeValleyMall.com. It's your Wenatchee Valley Mall. Come shop today.
Dear Mary Maids, please clean the kitchen, and the cabinets, and the floors, and the chairs. And I wish you could clean the dog. Colin is now feeding himself. Thanks, Megan.
Hi, Megan. No worries. We got it all cleaned up. Let's hope Colin gets past the spaghetti flinging stage soon. Till then, we've got you covered. See you next time. Mary Maids.
NCW Life Channel is proud to present the Spotlight on Business. We're going behind the scenes to bring you the story of local businesses throughout North Central Washington. How did they get started? And why are they so successful? We'll answer these and other questions each week with Spotlight on Business, Sundays through Fridays on the NCW Life Channel.
I am Dan Kuntz, your host. My guest is the administrator of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. You've been the administrator for 25 years, and I just forgot your title.
Totally forgot.
Why do they give you why aren't you the executive director? Why are you?
I don't know. That was kind of a Jeff Smith thing back in 1995. It was confusing because we have the director general, which is the head volunteer. So calling me the executive director, they didn't want to confuse that with the director general, so they came up with the word administrator.
Which is fine. It's a good. Either way, Darcy's in charge. We got a lot to talk about. First of all, let's talk about this.
Oh,
this is a bit of a conflict for you.
And this, yes, it is a little bit of a
Darcy
conflict
is
for
an
me.
Eastmont class of '85. I'm Wenatchee class of '83. But you have kids because you lived in the Wenatchee School District for a long, long time, and so you have kids who've gone through the entire district, and they're still going to Wenatchee High School.
Yes, we have a senior and a junior playing Panther football. So we have to say go Panthers.
Yeah, but tomorrow night you're cheering for Eastmont, right? You're cheering for your alma mater.
No.
You're not?
No.
You sure?
No.
Just a little part of you?
No.
Yeah.
I live with these two boys that are like, wah, for tomorrow.
Darcy and I are on that little weird generation where we never played each other in football.
We never did.
Yeah,
nope.
so it wasn't that big of a deal.
No, we play each other in basketball.
Right.
But not football.
But not football. So it's some, for quite a period of time in the 70s and 80s, they didn't play each other, so didn't really have a dog in the hunt.
Yeah.
And now they're back playing each other.
They are.
Again.
It's very exciting.
It'll be fun.
And it's moved to Thursday.
It's moved to Thursday.
I'm good with that.
You know who's really happy about this? The move to Thursday, probably the only people who are happy about it, the Wenatchee Wild. Because my guess is not a lot of people would have gone to the game on Friday night with the Bridge Sportsmanship game. But now Friday is freed up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'll be there no matter what.
Yeah.
Could have been tonight and I'd be there. So.
Let's talk Apple Blossom Festival. Three big events that they focus on is in chronological order: the auction, and then the Cashmere Valley Bank royalty selection pageant, and finally the festival itself. Well, last Saturday, the 27th, was the auction.
It was.
It was a blast.
It was so much fun. Yeah, it was our 23rd year of doing our big auction, and it was a Halloween theme. And you were our MC, did an amazing job.
Great
and
time.
we brought back Cody Hodge as our auctioneer, and we had about over 400 people there, which is the most we've ever had, and really the most we can have, because we have so many items, you can barely move in there. But we think we grossed a little over $90,000. Okay. Our goal was 100 for the 100th. We might have done that. I don't want to officially say that, but I know we did at least 90,000 grossed. So.
The job of MC in this event has gotten a lot easier over the years because they've bumped up the number of silent auction items and they've backed off on the number of live auction items. And that's most of my work is the live auction stuff and that kind of stuff. Yeah,
we just kind of learned through the years that towards the end of the night, people are ready to go. So having 25 live items gets a little long. So we did 15 this year?
15, yeah.
It was perfect. We did the same amount in live that we did last year, and we actually did a lot more in silent than we did last year, and I think that's why we just kind of threw more stuff in there, and people have fun competing for the silent items.
And
So
almost everybody dressed up, and that was cool.
That was
I'd
cool.
say 90% of the people who were there.
I didn't
even the
even-
staff at the center dressed up.
Oh, I
which
know,
was
isn't
neat.
that fun? Yeah. But it was a super fun night, and I didn't even know who people were because they were so dressed up. You know, I saw Pat McDonald. I'm like, is that Pat McDonald? I could tell by her eyes, but
Yeah.
that was about it. So it was a super, super fun night, and we want to thank all of our sponsors and all the businesses that donated items, but because just by donating a $50 item, you know, most people bought it for $100. So that was huge for us, and we really appreciate everybody participating. Now we're able to put on this 100th festival and get ready for our royalty to get their scholarships, and we're ready. Bring it on.
And the other thing that was going on, it was kind of strange. There were 3 significant sporting events going on simultaneously.
Yeah.
So everybody's having a party and having a good time and drinking the free beer from Odom and enjoying themselves and the great food. I mean, it was a big party, but everybody's on their
They're on their phones.
Huskies, Cougars, and the World Series were all going on at the same time.
I
so.
even looked when we were drawing Quino numbers. I was like, why is everybody on their phones? What is going on? And then, the Cougars, not the Huskies. The Huskies lost.
The Huskies lost, Cougars won.
But the Cougars won, so.
It was a fun night. Thank you for inviting me to be the MC.
Well, thank you. And next year, it's October 26th, and our theme will be a tailgate party.
Okay.
So hopefully there'll be some big games happening again, and we can play them during the event. We did that one year when the Mariners did something great.
They were in the playoffs.
I think it was like 2002.
Something like that,
And so we had the Mariners game going the whole time, so it was really fun.
And we also got to see about a 4-minute sneak preview of the long-awaited and well-prepared, I can't wait to see it, the big movie that North 40 Productions is putting together. They're putting together a documentary on the history of the festival. We got to see a little 4-minute tease on that.
Wasn't that great? I know, we'll put it on our Facebook and on our website, but that footage is all about the parade and a little bit of the park, but more about the parades. But seeing that in October, I was like, oh my gosh, we do that. You know, you don't realize you do all that to make that happen, and seeing everybody's smiley faces and people waving and dancing. It was like, oh my gosh, this is so great.
Most of the principal photography for the documentary it's going to be premiering coming up for the 100th festival in May was shot last year during the festival, so they could start taking the footage. It takes a lot of work to do this. And now they're going through some of the archive stuff that they've been able to get from citizens and Apple Blossom people, and they've been conducting interviews and things like that to bring the whole story together. So a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, and we've got all of our sponsors. Actually, I need one more sponsor, but it really could not happen without our sponsors. So up and coming stuff will be happening with our documentary for sure. So be sure and check out our app and our website, and we'll do little teasers for you.
Tomorrow is November 1st, and that starts the next process. It's been going on for a little while, but now we turn the page to November, and that means for you senior girls out there, time to start thinking about royalty.
It is. I have the flyers in my car right now ready to mail. So all senior girls in the Wenatchee and Eastmont School District, you will receive a letter, hopefully tomorrow or the next day, and that letter will invite you to attend a meeting. We call them mandatory meetings, and you must attend this meeting with a parent or guardian, and it's November 27th at the Wenatchee Center. We have a noon meeting, a 4 p.m. meeting, and a 6 p.m. meeting, and it's really just Royalty 101. We go over the whole process with you about being a top 10 candidate, a royalty member, the scholarship program, but all the information is on our website. So if you want to check it out early, you can go to our website at appleblossom.org or go to our app, which is sponsored by CrunchPack, and we have the manual on there, the applications that you would have to fill out if you want to run, and it's just an opportunity for you to kind of check it all out.
I've read it. It's a PDF. It's about 80 pages.
It's not 80 pages.
How long
it's
is
maybe
it?
50.
It's about 80 pages. It's a pretty fascinating read, too.
You can't tell us that you didn't know anything
Yeah,
because it's all in that royalty manual that has been approved by our board of directors. But it's good to kind of check it out early, then come to the meeting and listen to our spiel. And you only have to attend one, like I said, and you don't have to attend the same one as your parent or guardian. If you want to come to the new meeting and your parent or guardian wants to come to the 4 p.m. meeting, totally fine. But you have to be at a meeting to run, or you can't run.
That's why they call it mandatory.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And I always tell girls and parents, if you're the least bit thinking about it, you just come to the meeting.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, then you don't have to run, but at least you came to the
But
meeting.
if you don't go to the meeting, you can't.
That's
It's
right.
as simple
right.
as that. So all senior girls in the East Wenatchee School District, plus private school,
Mm-hmm.
homeschool, whatever the case would be. How many letters are you sending out? How many is that? total up
There's
to?
over 600 letters that
Wow.
we're sending out. Yeah.
Wow.
So, and of course your schools have information too.
Mm-hmm.
So at Eastmont High School, Deb Worth is in charge of that process, and then Mr. Butts, sorry, is at Wenatchee High School.
Okay.
And then at the River Academy or any of the private schools, just talk to your principal or the secretary at the main office, and they'll have the information. But again, the same information is on our website. So everybody is eligible that has at least a 2.75 GPA and is a current senior, full-time senior at their school.
That 2.75 was at the conclusion of your junior year, right?
The end of your junior year.
Okay.
Midterm does not count.
Right.
And yeah, so.
This is so much better than the way it used to be, and by that I mean, if you were a senior girl in Wenatchee or Eastmont, you signed a piece of paper and
Right.
you were running. I mean,
Right.
there was no vetting process
Yeah.
at all. There was no minimum GPA. There was none of that
Yeah.
stuff.
When I ran, it was like that.
Yeah. Yeah. it's
When
just-
you ran, it wasn't.
Yeah. When I turns out I wasn't eligible.
But you're right. Back in the day, everybody was on a piece of paper, and you had to take your name off
Yeah.
to not run.
Exactly.
Yeah. So now,
Now it's much.
yeah. Could you imagine that?
That's how I voted, by the way.
We'd have like a
this year.
top 300 or something.
I just realized. I think I may have messed up my ballot.
What?
Yeah, my ballot.
Like
for voting.
to vote right now?
Yeah, no, I was looking at it and I go, well, I don't want this person, so I crossed their name out, and I think I did that all wrong. Skip, can I get my ballot back? I'm kidding. When is the Kashmir Valley Bank Royalty Selection Pageant this year?
It's February 9th.
Okay.
At, of course, the Wenatchee High School Auditorium. Tickets are $20 each, and they go on sale Martin Luther King Day. So they won't go on sale till January. We wait until the top 10 are announced, and then we figure out all the tickets, and then we'll open it up to the public after
What's
that.
the theme this year? Everything has a theme.
I can't tell you.
Oh. This concludes
Can't
our
tell you,
conversation with
but
Darcy Christopherson.
But Amy Mowbray is the director this year with the Wenatchee
That'll
Central
be no
Lions
problem.
Club.
She'll whip right through that.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
It'll be a lot of fun. Maybe bring back some past royalty.
Yeah.
Not quite sure.
And that's really going to be, as we mentioned this before, when they had the 75th anniversary, they brought back all the royalty that they could get a hold of who could physically make the trip to little Wenatchee Town, USA to participate in the parade. Something along those lines, I'm sure, is planned for the centennial.
Yep, for the 100th, we'll bring back all the past royalties. So we will be in need of convertibles. We are asking the past royalty if they know of someone that has convertibles to kind of work with that person. But anybody that has a convertible, we will have an application online that we would love for you to fill out. It needs to at least hold three people, two possibly, but we do like the convertibles for the past royalty to at least hold three. So,
Do you have to drive your car? You can say, I have a convertible, I just don't want to drive it.
yes, you can do that.
Okay,
it's just kind of uncomfortable for us because
I
usually
understand.
these cars are very nice.
Uh-huh.
And I know you don't want me driving your convertible.
No.
My dad doesn't let me drive his convertible. So I know you wouldn't want me driving your convertible. So
Logistically, my guess is the Milk Growers Grand Parade is going to be longer than ever. I mean, is there going to be that many more entries?
well, we kind of group it. So we put like 4 cars in one group for past royalty. So it's
Okay.
not like 1974 goes,
Right.
then we have a float, then 1975 goes. We kind of group them up. So I think it wasn't that much longer, when we did it for the 75th.
Which I barely remember.
But it might be a little bit longer, but who cares?
Yeah.
It's a parade.
Yeah,
it's
a
our
parade.
100th festival.
And it's the 100th one.
That's right. That's
and,
right.
Last year's parade that we televised was fantastic, and the year before that we televised was fantastic. We've had some really good parades. Any special surprises parade-wise? I mean, this is the 100th. Have you been making some phone calls? Hey, we're the oldest festival in the state, and we're
Maybe.
celebrating the 100. We'd love to have you, or love to have you back.
We have put
There's
some
a lot of stuff
feelers
you
out.
can't tell me,
I can't
basically.
tell you anything. It's a surprise. It's the 100th. I can't. It's like October. I can't tell you everything right now, but I can tell you about the royalty scholarships. I know we talked about this last time.
Let's do this. Let's take a quick break.
Okay.
We'll take a quick break. We're talking to Darcy Christopherson, the executive director of the Washington State Apple Blossom.
You just called me the wrong thing again.
I know. I did that on purpose.
Gosh. Jeff Smith would be really angry with you.
Jeff loves me. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with Darcy. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley Halloween edition on the NCW Life channel. Arctic Refrigeration and Heating has been serving North Central Washington for 34 years. Arctic provides the finest heating and cooling air quality products for residential and commercial customers, along with prompt and professional customer service. Arctic also offers specialty services like custom sheet metal fabrication of ductwork, coil cleaning, as well as planned fall and spring maintenance for the overall well-being of your system. Arctic is available for emergency calls 24/7. Call Arctic Refrigeration and Heating for your heating and cooling needs.
Thanks to the help I received at Goodwill,
I have a job. I'm working now. Thanks to Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill. Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is a free walk-in job search assistance program designed to get you back to work. When you donate to or shop at Goodwill, you're really helping people find work.
Thank you. Goodwill does more behind the store.
Find it all at Wenatchee Valley Mall. There's something for all ages at Wenatchee Valley Mall. No matter what the weather, the kids will have fun in one of the many play areas around the mall. Sign your kids up for fun adventures and super specials when they join the Kids Club. It's a great time for kids and an even better time out for parents. Check out specials and events 24/7 at WenatcheeValleyMall.com. It's your Wenatchee Valley Mall. Come shop today.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCW Life and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
And we're back with Darcy Christopherson, the Festival Administrator of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. Back to royalty, because you upped the ante for the Royal Court. The two princesses and the Queen get more scholarship money this year. In fact, it's a big raise.
Yeah, I was talking to a past princess, Jennifer Jacobel-Bouchon, yesterday, and told her what the scholarship increase was. She goes, "Oh my gosh, I'll run again." Yeah, our Queen will receive a $10,000 scholarship, which is sponsored by the Wenatchee Appellarians, and then our princesses will each receive a $5,000 scholarship. It used to be $6,000 for the Queen, and then the princesses were $3,500. So that's a big increase. So right there is a perfect reason to run for Apple Blossom. And if you're in the remaining 7, you get $1,000, and then if you get an award at pageant, you get $1,000. There's 4 awards that are given out. So
that money is part of the money that was raised on Saturday night, and then other contributions as well.
Yeah. And through the years, a lot of people, past royalty and businesses, have donated money strictly to the scholarship program. So it doesn't, go in the Apple Blossom pot. It strictly goes to the royalty scholarship program, which has been great because that's helped us to not have to put so much money into the scholarship program from our pot. So,
speaking of royalty, Queen Greta was dropped by the auction on Saturday. I didn't get a chance to talk to her.
I didn't either. We were waving at her.
Yeah,
we were drawing Queen-O numbers.
That's right. I didn't
the
have
never-ending Queen-O numbers.
Yeah, I didn't have a chance to check in with her, see how she's doing at school and all that stuff.
She's doing great. Good. Yep, she's at Wazoo with my stepdaughter Megan. So they rode home together last weekend, and she's an AGD with Megan. So she's doing great. They love it. I think I heard that a lot from the kids that came home this weekend. It's really nice to be home. I think they're missing their beds, missing their families a little bit. But
the transition from high school to college, especially the first semester of your freshman year, can be difficult.
Oh yeah. So I think it was a perfect time for them to just kind of come on home and relax a little bit, and then go back and come home for Thanksgiving. So.
And is it Dad's weekend this weekend?
It is.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. So again, that's a perfect thing for us that the game was moved to Thursday, because Jeff is going to Dad's weekend. Now he can go Friday and Saturday.
Well, that makes perfect sense.
Thank you for changing the game. It's not great for us. Maybe not for everyone else.
Not necessarily for everybody. So the auction's a wrap. We're done. We did it. We pulled it off. Sandy had a wonderful time. We got the royalty. The beginning of the picking of the royalty process is now beginning with the mandatory meetings coming up. All this information is on their website. And then the Cashmere Valley Bank royalty selection pageant. And then
it's here.
than the festival.
Yeah, yeah, we'll be putting all of our applications, the Grand Parade, the Youth Parade, Arts and Crafts, all of that will be put online here in the next week. We really want to get, it's a little early for us. We usually don't put our application online until January, but with it being our 100th, we are actually getting a lot of people calling saying it's your 100th, we want to be in your parade. So we're going to have all that online probably within a week. And another thing that we'll have online too will be the application to fill out to go to the ball. We'll have
yes, we're bringing the ball back.
Yep, we're bringing the Queen's Ball back. So that's open to the public, and we're expecting probably 800 people. We'll have a live band. It'll be super fun. So we'll have an application for the public, and then of course we'll have an application for the past royalty too. That will be separate from all that. Are you riding in the parade? Are you doing this? So all that's hopefully going to be happening within a week. So
when is the ball?
the ball will be the Friday, so that will be May 3rd.
Okay, so golf on Thursday.
Golf on Thursday, All Service Club Luncheon on Wednesday.
Right.
So it goes Wednesday, All Service Club Luncheon, golf Thursday. Thursday night will probably be the unveiling of the documentary. That's what we're hoping for, is the premiere of that. And then Friday will be the ball. Saturday will be the parade, and then we're really pushing everyone to come Saturday night to the park. And that'll kind of be a past royalty, alumni, whatever you want to call it, party for everyone on Saturday night. And then Sunday, we'll sleep.
Yeah, tripling the size of the beer garden.
No, Sunday will be great, though.
Tripling the size of the beer garden last year was a really good idea because Saturday night, that place was hopping.
Right. Yeah.
It was hopping. It was a good time.
And it'll be hopping this year, too. So the
well,
weather
the
will be
theme
beautiful.
is...
The party never ends.
There you go.
So it really never ends.
There you go. Everything we talked about, appleblossom.org, appleblossom.org. You got to get a hold of those folks in Virginia and get appleblossom.com.
I
from
know.
them. So they're nice people. They also have an Apple Blossom Festival. It's in Virginia, but they have the domain name appleblossom.com. Their festival
They do.
can't hold a candle
They do.
to ours.
And they
This year's Bridge of Sportsmanship game between Wenatchee and Eastmont also carries a possible Big Nine championship on the line. Join us for the live tailgate pregame show Thursday at 6 from the end zone at Lebofto Field at the Apple Bowl. Kickoff is set for 7. You don't want to miss this one. It could be considered the biggest game between Wenatchee and Eastmont ever. And we'll have it live on the NCW Live channel Thursday night at 6.
This is the NCW Life Community Calendar brought to you by LocalTel. This Saturday is Health Alliance Northwest Medicare information in the LocalTel Event Center at Pybus Public Market from 10 to 2. Come learn about plans and ask questions. Also Saturday is the Pray for Snow concert in the parking lot behind Arlborg Sports from 6 to 10 p.m. Come celebrate the start of winter and the upcoming ski season. For more information and other community events, visit ncwlife.com.
And welcome back to this first day of November 2018 edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I'm Dan Kuntz. Some light drizzle outside of our studios, 46 degrees right now. Here is your weather forecast for today and especially tonight for the big game. A rather aggressive warm front is going to pay us a visit. Now, whatever rain we're getting, and there's not much, is going to be pretty much done by 10 or 11. And we're going to have some clouds this morning, but as the day progresses and we get deeper and deeper into this Thursday, the sun will be coming out with a nice light breeze, nothing real heavy. High today of 61. That's about 10 degrees above normal. Are we going to get wet tonight for the Bridge of Sportsmanship game? No, we are not. Just lots of clouds coming back in later on in the evening. 48 for the overnight low. No rain tonight. Friday is real interesting. Lots of clouds. Look how warm it's going to be tomorrow. 65 degrees. The big story tomorrow is going to be the wind. It's going to be very windy. It'll start out in the morning, a west wind about 6 to 16 miles an hour. By the afternoon, 16 to 26 miles an hour. And winds could gust as high on Friday into Friday night up to 45 miles an hour. It's an aggressive storm. There'll be calm down Friday night and a good looking weekend. Look at Saturday and Sunday. Highs will be in the upper 50s, well above normal. We should be dry for the most part. A mixture of clouds and sun Saturday and Sunday. And again, all of these temperatures that you see right up until Tuesday of next week are either above normal or well above normal. Don't forget, we invite everybody to enjoy the Bridge of Sportsmanship game tonight. If you can't make it to Lee Bopto Field at the Apple Bowl, you can watch all the action. 6 o'clock for the pregame tailgate party. 7 o'clock kickoff. Wildcats, Panthers. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.